Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I wanted to start today's video just by giving an update on where I'm at with my card room. But first, before I do that, I wanted to be able to kind of just give a little thank you to Sammy Thunder and also Jason Everyday Card Collector for having me on their live stream yesterday evening for cardboard and cold ones. I had a lot of fun joining them that evening and kind of just shooting the breeze and talking about cardboard and sports in general, but especially having an opportunity to talk about my channel and the Chicago White Sox as well. So if you get a chance, feel free to subscribe to both channels, get a chance to look at the live stream from Thursday. Be greatly appreciated if you kind of help support Sammy Thunder's channel. I think he's just over 3,000 subscribers right now, which is far more than me. I'm just over 500 at this point, but it was a great pleasure being on there, and I look to be able to do something with them again soon, hopefully. But I wanted to give you an update. I have a mail day to be able to kind of share with you. I have some cards to be able to kind of share with you in a minute. It's all my February pickups, and I don't have a lot of them. I only have 4 cards to be able to kind of share with you, and that's intentional. I'll talk a little bit about it in a minute when I share those cards with you, but I wanted to share with you this. Behind you here is the closet that you saw a couple weeks ago when I was working on it. We are done, and we're actually having an install done in a week and a half, where we're going to have the built-in put into it, which is going to have custom spaces both for display and also for storage. And that's just like one of the 3 walls in here that we're going to be working on to be able to create places to be able to display my card collection and also valuables that are important to me, like my marathon posters and such like that. So I'm really happy with the way it's kind of coming together so far. It's been quite the project, because we're actually working on storage in all of our upstairs closets, so we're redoing those things as well, in addition to be able to working on the card room. Again, probably that's going to be ready for its unveiling, probably at some point late spring, I imagine, once we have everything here and I'm able to put it all up and arrange it the way I want to, and hopefully have all the supplies I need to be able to display the things that I want to do. But so that's where we're at right now. Hopefully in a couple more weeks I can kind of at least show you what the built-in will look like as it'll be here, and tell you about some of the things I'm thinking about being able to display. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you the cards that I picked up here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I only have 4 cards to share with you, as I mentioned previously. One you've already seen. This was my only card show pickup, and it was at the very beginning of the month. That was the Mookie Betts Topps Gold rookie card. This is the Pro Debut card from his update series. But other than that, I only picked up 3 cards, and I've been really trying to be very intentional with what I'm picking up for 2 reasons. One, obviously a lot of the money is going into this space and redoing the card room and creating the space that I want it to be for myself and for my collection. So that's where a lot of the hobby bucks are going at the moment, and also we're going to be saving up to doing some other things around the house and for future vacations throughout the year. So it's just not going to be like probably a big card year like it was in previous years, but that's when you're doing projects and you're a card collector over years and years and decades, you're always playing the long game anyway. So some years you're able to be a little bit more flexible, whereas others you're going to be a little bit more conservative. And this is my conservative year. And given that I'm going to be a little bit more conservative, I've really honed in on my projects. So everything I'm going to show here is going to be pretty much aligned with things that I'm working on. So starting with an Albert Pujols card, actually. It's one I had, but not graded. I was able to pick this up recently for, I think, less than $15 in a PSA 9. It's the Topps Gold from 2021 Series 1. When he was with the Angels, before he got traded or like released and picked up by the Dodgers. So, I was able to add that into my collection pretty inexpensively. But the majority of my purchase were made on 2 cards from the same seller. So we're going to start with actually Diamond Stars. I haven't picked up any Diamond Stars since November, when I was making that big purchase at the Chicago Sports Spectacular, which I'll be at in another 3 weeks. So I'm looking forward to be able to try and search for a few more at that show. But this dealer had 2 that I thought together were a good deal. Separately, maybe only one was a good deal. So I was able to combine the purchase and kind of offset the one I thought was pretty much at market value, maybe a little higher, with one that actually I thought was a little bit below market value, which kind of evened out the deal. And they were well packaged and they arrived on time. It's a very reputable dealer, so I had no worries about getting my cards. So let me show those with you now. So they're both from 1935. So these cards are going to be number 25 and 35 in the set. which when I checked on my checklist, it actually brought me down to just 39 more cards to be able to complete the first 96 cards in this set, which is my goal. Maybe at some point we'll kind of tackle those high series, but right now we're just trying to get the first 96 that are not duplicates. So I needed a few more. So I got one common and one Hall of Famer. So we'll start with the common. We got, right here we have Walter Berger, otherwise known as Wally Berger, who played the majority of his career with the Boston Braves. He is the career home run leader for the Boston Braves. Obviously not the franchise leader, because that's different players. It includes their time in Milwaukee and Atlanta. But what he was really kind of known for in his career was holding the rookie home run record for many years, which he set in 1930. It was equaled in 56 by Frank Robinson, and was broken by, obviously, Mark McGwire in 1987, and later on broken again by Aaron Judge and, oh my gosh, Pete Alonso. So in the last few years, it's been broken again. But for a long time, from 1930, this lasted all the way to 1987, and it was only tied again by Frank Robinson. So that's kind of his major claim to fame, and he stayed affiliated with baseball for many years after his retirement. But there he is with the Boston Braves in that uniform there. You can see him like peering out of the dugout here with his uniform on there. And this is a time where they had the Indian head featured right in the middle of the uniform, which was pretty cool. So you can see that featured pretty prominently in this card, where you can't catch that on some of the other cards in this set that feature Boston Brave players. And then finally, I was able to pick up Hall of Famer Earl Averill, who played for Cleveland Indians during this era, now the Guardians. He's part of their Hall of Fame, but he's also a Hall of Famer. This is card number 35 in the set. I thought this one looked pretty good for 3. Had really good registration, good corners and edges. There's a slight wrinkle in the card, which is fine by me. Again, this is going to be a low to mid-grade set. And the back is completely legible on both of these, which I kind of want to see, because I think I like having cards that I can read the backs on. So there we are. They're seeing just the light a little bit. Looks like it's a little dark for here for these cards. I can turn the overhead light on a little bit, bring it up a little bit. But there you go. Those were the 4 I picked up this month. I'll be again at the Chicago Sports Spectacular in actually 3 weeks' time from tonight, and hope to be able to have more cards to share with you then. I do plan on putting out some content between now and then with things that are already in my collection. And I will see you all very soon.